Today on the show, stealing cars by hacking them, controlling our dreams, and piracy isn't just for movies and music anymore. This is TechSpank. First up, apparently there's a new type of car remote entry and engine starter that you can get to make your life a whole lot easier. So while walking to your car carrying bags of groceries, the car detects your proximity and unlocks the doors and starts the car. I wouldn't know about that because my car is actually a train. No, that's too clean. It's more like a bad 80s graffiti train. Holla! Anyway, the technology behind it's pretty complex. It's not just a signal being sent to the car, but the car actually sends a signal to the remote as well. It's so high-tech, right? It'll never be hacked, right? Well, wrong. A team of security researchers in Switzerland took a look at 10 different car models from 8 different manufacturers and were able to figure out ways to access all 10 of them and drive away by intercepting signals from the cars and the wireless keys. So, how did they do it? The hackers used transmitters to send the signal from a key to a car, even though the key was nowhere near the car, and voila, the car popped open with engine going and everything. So, say you're in a store and someone wants to steal your car. They could have a transmitter on them, and accomplices outside near your car could have another. And without you even knowing the guy was nearby, he'd sniff out your key's code and bam, no more car. So what's the big deal? These guys are just being assholes and trying to steal cars, right? Well, they're doing the research in order to come up with ways to prevent other assholes from stealing cars and working with the car makers to do it. So I guess that just makes them jerks. Moving on, in the movie Inception, they used lucid dreaming to get into other people's heads and figured out stuff and did crazy things and all sorts of stuff. Yeah, Inception was a mind. I did not like Inception. Anyway, could someone really control their dreams? Apparently, yes. Lucid dreaming is a thing, and according to Deidre Barrett, who edits Dreaming, the journal of the International Association for the Study of Dreams, yeah, it just rolls off the tongue. Anyway, she says you can do checks while you're dreaming to see whether you're awake or not, such as read a letter or number in your dream, then look at them again later to see if they've changed. If you're dreaming, they probably will change or not make sense anymore. Or try doing crazy stuff. If you think you're in a dream, just try to do something like fly or some other crazy stuff. If you're dreaming, you'd be able to fly. Makes sense, right? Anyway, in related news, people who confuse dreams with waking life are often diagnosed with schizophrenia. And New York City is full of people who can't understand letters and numbers and think they can fly while they're wide awake. They're called homeless people. Sleep on that. And the movie Inception, really? Write a ending. If I go to see a movie, I expect an ending. Stupid shit. And finally, something to think about. We know that making copies of music to give people is wrong. Same goes for movies and TV shows. But what about this? You're in the library and you see a book with something you'd like to share with your friends. So you take a photo of it with your camera phone. Technically, that's stealing, right? Or is it fair use since there's so little of it? Or maybe you're allowed to take photos of books to share information? It's clear that publishers don't like copy machines in libraries, and all the way back in the 1970s, they got Congress to pass the Copyright Act, which defines fair use and laid out some rules. If you were to walk into Barnes & Noble and take photos of every page of a book, and then walk out, you can be sure that they'd have a problem with that. But what do you think? Is it okay? Is it totally different from stealing an MP3? What if it's just one page? Are publishers going to start suing people like the music industry did? So many questions, so few answers. Do people even care? If you have an opinion, I'd love to hear it. Hit us up at mail@techspank.com and let us know what you think. And that does it for today. Make sure that you're subscribed to the show, and thanks so much for watching. As always, I'm James Papadopoulos, and I'll see you next time.